Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 535, The Fog on Blackthorn Moor. Intermediate. The wind howled across Blackthorn Moor, a vast, lonely stretch of land where the grass bent low and the sky seemed to touch the earth. Sarah trudged through the mud, her boots sinking with each step. She'd come to the moor to scatter her grandfather's ashes, as he'd asked in his will. It was late afternoon, and a thick fog was rolling in, curling around her like ghostly fingers. Her phone had no signal, and the map in her pocket was useless now, soaked and torn. Sarah pulled her coat tighter, her breath visible in the cold air. She'd heard stories about the moor, whispers of people vanishing, of strange lights in the fog. She didn't believe them, not really, but the silence was unnerving. No birds, no animals, just the wind and her own heartbeat. She checked her watch, 4:52 p.m. The sun would set soon, and she needed it to find her way back to the village. Then she saw it, a stone circle, half hidden in the fog. 10 jagged rocks stood in a ring, their surfaces slick with moss. She hadn't noticed them on her way in. Curious, she stepped closer. In the centre of the circle lay a small iron key, rusted but oddly polished, as if someone had just placed it there. She hesitated, then picked it up. It was heavier than it looked, and cold enough to sting her skin. As she held the key, the fog thickened, swallowing the stones. A low hum filled the air like a distant engine. Sarah's chest tightened. She turned to leave, but the ground felt wrong, unsteady, as if the moor itself was shifting. She took a step, then another, but the fog was so dense she couldn't see her own feet. Panic crept in. "Hello?" she called, her voice swallowed by the mist. No answer. Then a sound, soft at first, like a whisper. Sarah, her name, spoken by no one. She spun around, her heart racing. The fog parted for a moment, revealing a figure in the distance. It was tall, cloaked, its face hidden. It didn't move, but she felt its gaze, heavy and unyielding. She clutched the key, her knuckles white. "Who's there?" she shouted. The figure vanished and the fog closed in again. She ran, her boots slipping in the mud. The whispers grew louder, circling her. "Sarah, the key! Keep it!" She didn't know where she was going, but she couldn't stop. The moor seemed endless, the fog a living thing, guiding her deeper. Her foot caught on a root and she fell, the key slipping from her hand. As she scrambled to grab it, she saw carvings in the dirt, symbols, old and strange, glowing faintly. The hum grew louder, vibrating in her bones. She stood, clutching the key, and saw the figure again, closer now. Its cloak billowed, though there was no wind. "Give it back," it said, its voice like dry leaves. Sarah stumbled backward, her mind racing. Give what back? The key? She didn't even know what it was for. The fog swirled and more figures appeared, shadows in the mist, all whispering her name. She turned and ran again, the key burning cold in her hand. The ground sloped downward and she saw a faint light ahead, a lantern, maybe, or a house. Hope surged, but as she got closer, the light flickered and died. The figures were behind her now, the whispers a chorus. Sarah tripped again, falling hard. The key flew from her hand, landing in the mud. The whispers stopped. The fog lifted slightly, and she saw the village lights in the distance. She staggered to her feet, leaving the key behind. As she ran, she swore she heard laughter, low and cruel, fading into the moor. She reached the village, breathless, but didn't look back. The key was gone, but she felt its weight still, like a promise the moor would never forget.